Welcome to What's Indie, 10 a.m. Fridays on CMRU.ca.
Hello everyone, welcome to What's Indie with Toney on CMRU.ca. Hopefully the first 10 hours of your Friday have been all that you could hope for, and if not, then treat yourself. If it has been a good Friday so far, then go ahead and treat someone else. Last week I chatted about Australia and New Zealand. This week I'm going to cover a couple of experiences from Europe. I've got stories from Italy, Rome, and all the travels in between the two. You'll be hearing some songs by the 1975, the Arctic Monkeys, and so many more.
You're listening to Mount Royal University's CMRU.ca, by students for you.
All right, starting the show today is Bastille with Send Them Off. Definitely a fitting song to start the show. These guys are currently on tour, so if you're venturing across seas, you might have the chance to catch them live. Fun fact about the band is that they have their own hot sauce. Yes, it's called Bastille's Bad Blood Hot Sauce. So next time you're feeling a little spicy, check out the Bad Blood Hot Sauce.
It was a slight on my honor, so he deserved it. But we're talking about the most brilliant mind this world has ever seen.
I've got demons running around in my head, and they feed on insecurities I have. Won't you lay your healing hands on my chest? Let your ritual clean. Soak the ropes with your holy water. Tie me down as you read out the words. Set me free from my jealousy. Won't you exercise my mind? Won't you exercise my mind? I want to be free as I'll ever be. Exercise my mind. Help me exercise my mind. Desdemona, won't you liberate me when I'm haunted by your ancient history? Close these green eyes and watch over as I sleep through my darkest of dreams. Be the power to compel me. Hold me closer than anyone before. Set me free from my jealousy. Won't you exercise my mind? Won't you exercise my mind? I want to be free as I'll ever be. Exercise my mind. Help me exercise my mind. I should be thinking about nothing else when I'm with you. With you. Oh, I should be thinking about nothing else when I'm with you. With you.
Your mind exists somewhere altogether different. It lives in a world where feelings simply cannot be defined by words.
On Twitter, lead singer Dan Smith described that song as Othello meets The Exorcist. He says it's a song about irrational relationship jealousy. Another fun fact about Bastille is the band's hit song, Pompeii, got them to be the first band ever to play in the British Museum because they had a presentation on Pompeii, so kind of cool for the band. Weather and time now, it is 10:04, and the weather is freezing rain. So yes, it is a bit nippy outside with 0 degrees.
CMRU.ca.
By students, for you.
Halsey is coming up next here with Hurricane from her album Badlands, which is my personal favorite album by her. Halsey's plans for 2018 was to take some time off, and then she decided to bless us with her song Without Me. After we hear Halsey, you'll be hearing Walk on Water by 30 Seconds to Mars. This band was formed in 1998 by lead singer, rhythm guitarist, and main songwriter Jared Leto. Yes, the actor Jared Leto, who played the Joker in Suicide Squad. What a talented soul.
There's a place way down in Bed-Stuy where a boy lives behind bricks. He's got an eye for girls at 18, and he turns them out like tricks. I went down to a place in Bed-Stuy, a little liquor on my lips. I let him climb inside my body and held him captive. There's a storm you're starting now, and there's a storm you're starting now, and there's a storm you're starting. I'm the wanderess, I'm the one night stand. Don't belong to no city, don't belong to no man. I'm the violence in the pouring rain. I'm the tripped on LSD, and I found myself reminded to keep you far away from me. And there's a storm you're starting now, and there's a storm you're starting now, and there's a storm you're starting. I'm the wanderess, I'm the one night stand. Don't belong to no city, don't belong to no man. I'm the violence in the pouring rain. I'm a hurricane. I'm a
fighting for bloodlust and a holy war. Listen up, hear the patriots shout. Times are changing. In the end, the choice was clear. Take a shot in the face of fear. fist up in the firing line. Times are changing. Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Look at the sky, see a dying star. White lies, it's a man on fire. Making love with the devil hurts. Times are changing. I feel like the whole truth, the far right, the left view, and breaking all those promises made. Times are changing. Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight?
Listen to CMRU.ca by students for you.
We are all living the same way, the same way. We are escaping the same way, the same way. Circling. We are a part of the same play, the same play. We think we're making our own way, our own way. Circling. You don't have to hold your head up We are afflicted by fiction, building a case for eviction, circling. Guarding the tower of ancients, shooting down arrows of patience, patiently circling. You don't have to hold your head up all the emptiness inside you is hard enough to fill without a sense of purpose. I'm sitting up to fill.
just heard Round and Round by Imagine Dragons. Get into the stories here. So my family and I traveled to Europe summer of 2015. And after a freaking long plane ride, we get there, and it is very obviously a different culture as soon as we get on the ground. We had to pay for bathrooms. We had to pay for ketchup. It was just definitely not Canada anymore. So we get there, and we're looking very confused, obviously. And these two girls come up to us and ask us, where we're going, what we need. So we say we need to find the bus. And so they walk us to the bus, and as Canadians, we say thank you, like thanks for taking us here. And then they start asking us for money. And it was just like, you didn't do that out of the kindness of your heart. You wanted our money. So it was just definitely a complete culture shock. We paid them for obvious safety reasons, but it was just completely different.
You're listening to CMRU.ca by students for you.
Coming up now for music is Canadian band Mother Mother with their song Love Stuck. The band was originally named Mother instead of Mother Mother. The title was chosen because the word mother is ominous yet benevolent, or threatening yet kind. Almost an oxymoron. So they're using the word mother twice in the title, is twice as ominous and twice as benevolent.
My feelings ran away. I didn't know how to treat them. Maybe if I believed them, they'd have stayed. I hope they're somewhere safe. Living in a daydream, singing to a song I couldn't play. But if I saw them on the street, I'd say, my baby's come back to me. 'Cause I've got my love stuck in my head, in my head. I've got my love stuck in my thoughts, in my thoughts. I've got to keep my love in my heart. I've got to keep my love in my heart. I've got my love stuck in my throat, in my throat. I left my love out in the cold, in the cold. I've got to give my love to my soul. I've got to give my love to my soul and let go. My angel flew away. I didn't know how to keep her. Heaven knows I needed her to stay. I hope she spreads her wings, surfing on a sunbeam and dancing to a song I couldn't sing. But if I saw her on the street, I'd say, my baby, fly back to me. 'Cause I've got my love stuck in my head, in my head. I've got my love stuck in my thoughts, in my thoughts. I've got to keep my love in my heart. I've got to keep my love in my heart. I've got my love stuck in my throat, in my throat. I left my love out in the cold, in the cold. I've got to give my love to my soul.
Mother is releasing their new album, Dance and Cry, today, so make sure you check it out. New album means new tour, so the group is heading to Calgary on February 9th, so get tickets. Mom, I would like tickets. And if you miss a show here, they play Red Deer and Edmonton on the 12th and 14th. Now for the weather and time again, it is 10:21, and it is still cold, freezing rain, so that's tough for a Friday, but take it as it comes, right?
You're listening to CMRU.ca by students for you.
Arctic Monkeys, Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High, coming up here. The Arctic Monkeys is a popular indie rock band, and a lot of their songs follow the same sort of bass line, which I've discovered within this genre, indie, that is pretty common for these bands to have similar sounding songs. So you could start singing one of their songs and then finish your song singing a completely different one of their songs because they sound so similar. After the Arctic Monkeys, you'll be hearing Banks, Begging for Thread.
The mirror's image, it tells me it's home time, but I'm not finished, 'cause you're not by my side. And as I arrived, I thought I saw you leaving, carrying your shoes. Decided that once again I was just dreaming of bumping into you. Now it's 3 in the morning, and I'm trying to change your mind. Left you multiple missed calls, and to my message you replied. Why'd you only call me when you're high? High. Why'd you only call me when you're high? Somewhere darker, talking the same shite. I need a partner. Well, are you out tonight? It's harder and harder to get you to listen. More I get through the gears, incapable of making all right decisions and having bad ideas. Now it's 3 in the morning, and I'm trying to change your mind. Left you multiple missed calls, and to my message you replied. Why'd you only call me when you're high?
I got some dirt on my shoe. My words can come out as a pistol. I'm no good at aiming, but I can aim it at you. I know my actions, they make it confusing, but my unstable ways is my solution to even space. That's why you wanna come out and play with me. Yeah.
You're listening to CMRU.ca by students for you.
Hey now, call this baby.
That was Chocolate by the 1975. The band actually got their name from an old journal lead singer Matthew Healy received when visiting Ibiza. What a crazy place. He tells in an interview with Some Kind of Awesome, the journal had scribbles all over it and the date, the 1st of June, the 1975. And he liked the ring of the in front of 1975. So he kept it.
CMRU, by students for you.
Another lovely experience I had when I was in Europe was riding the overnight train from Vienna to Florence. Don't get me wrong, I loved Europe. I'm sure you can't tell from the stories. They are character building, that's why they're so memorable. Anyway, we take this overnight train and we are sharing our car with 2 other strangers, and obviously we have to sleep because it's overnight, so it's a little unsettling sleeping next to strangers in a foreign country. It's a little unsettling sleeping next to strangers in your own country. So my mom and I are on the top bunk of these carts. There is no air conditioning. The window closes every time we go around a corner, and it's about 1 billion degrees. So at 3 a.m, nobody's sleeping in our cart because we're trying to jam this window open. And we go to the air-conditioned cart because who wouldn't do that? We go to first class because we are dripping in sweat everywhere. So my recommendation, if you're ever taking an overnight train anywhere, is to get the first class. Because dripping in sweat and then having to walk around the next day until you find your hotel room does not make anyone a happy camper. Coming up now is Lord with Team.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces. The hounds will stay in chains. Look upon your greatness and she'll send the call out, 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 send. Call the ladies out, they're in their finery. 100 jewels on throats, 100 jewels between teeth. Now bring my boys in, they're skinning craters like the moon. The moon we love like a brother, while he glows through the room. Dancing around the lies we tell, dancing around big eyes as well. Even the comatose, they don't dance and tell. We live in cities you'll never see on screen. Not very pretty, but we sure know how to run free. Living in ruins of a palace within my dreams. And you know, we're on each other's team. I'm kinda over getting told to throw my hands up in the air. So there. So all the cups got broke, shots beneath our
just heard Team by Lorde. At just 16 years old, Lorde released her first EP with the hit song Royals. Lorde is from New Zealand, so that automatically gets her points in my book.
You're listening to CMRU.ca. By students, for you.
1901 by Phoenix from the album Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix is coming up next. Lead singer Thomas Marks told Washington, D.C. Free Newspaper Express that the actual writing of the song took 10 minutes, but the ending of the song took almost a year to finish. I think as consumers, we don't really see how much time and effort goes into the creation of songs. I know I get frustrated when artists take a long time to come out with new songs. After 1901, you'll be hearing Set Fire to the Rain by Adele. Adele's albums are titled 19, 21, and 25 because that was her age when she wrote them. Adele is a legend within the music industry and has won almost any award you can think of, including Oscars, Emmys, and Golden Globes. I only hope to be as accomplished as Adele, when I am 30.
I let it fall, my heart, and as it fell, you rose to claim it. It was dark, and I was over until you kissed my lips and you saved me. My hands, they were strong, but my knees were far too weak.
listening to CMRU.ca.
By students for you.
Continuing with our time in Florence, it was beautiful, like the classic pictures of Italy. We went on a hike of the countryside where we saw colorful houses embedded in the side of hills, ate homemade pasta on the top of the hills that we had to climb. It was a good experience all in all. The hike was pretty vigorous though, and we had to climb up these stone stairs up and down the sides of the hill. But we did it because we were promised a beautiful view at the bottom. And we sure got one. So when we got to the end of the trail, we could see a cute little town on the ocean with a nice little beach, just kind of picture perfect. And then you look at the beach again, and you see an undecent man walking around. Not the view that I was hoping for, but it happened, and now it's a great story. Coming up now is Panic at the Disco with House of Memories.
If you're a lover, you should know the lonely moments just get lonelier the longer you're in love than if you were alone. Memories turn into daydreams, become a taboo. I don't want to be afraid. The deeper that I go, it takes my breath away. Soft hearts, electric souls, heart to heart and eyes to eyes. Is this taboo? Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my picture now, shake it till you see it. And when your fantasies become your legacy, promise me a place in the house of memories. I think of you from time to time, more than I thought I would. You were just too kind, and I was too young to know. That's all that really matters. I was a fool. Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my picture now, shake it till you see it. And when your fantasies become your legacy, promise me a place in your house of memories. Those thoughts of past lovers, they'll always haunt me. I wish I could believe you never wronged me. And will you remember me in the same way as I remember you? Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my picture now, shake it till you see it. And when your fantasies become your legacy, promise me a place. Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my picture now, shake it till you see it. And when your fantasies become your legacy, promise me a place in your house of memories.
You're listening to CMRU.ca. By students for you.
That is definitely my favorite song by Panic at the Disco. 1, 2, 3, 4 by Feist coming up next. A smooth, cheery indie song that'll hopefully cheer up your Friday a little.
for the car. Those teenage hopes who have tears in their eyes, too scared to run after one little while. Oh, oh, you're changing too hard. Oh, you know who you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Money can't buy you back the love that you had then.
CMRU by students for you.
Okay, weather and time again. It is 10:54 and 0 degrees and freezing rain, so get on your winter jackets. We don't want anyone catching a cold. We will finish our tour on today's show with the metro system in Rome. Another lovely experience. We are touring the Colosseum 1 minute, and the next, strangers' faces were shoved into our armpits on the metro, because it was the equivalent to our rush hour at the time that we had got on to get back to our hotel. It was definitely an experience. Okay, that's the show for today. Thank you for listening to What's Indie again with your host, Toney. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, kindness is free, so go ahead and share it with as many people as possible. And even though you might have 4 midterms coming up, remember, not every day may be good, but there is good in every day. To end the show today is Cocoon by Milky Chance and Vance Joy coming up after that.
Feel like face another ruin. I messed it up as always. I'm afraid of losing. I made you thinking no, it's so wrong. I made you feeling the worst. And I don't know how to get along with myself when I'm weekend. So let's go back to our cocoon on a blackened afternoon. I see your eyes beating tough, and the bleeding steady you. solid as I'm waving, solid as I'm waving. So I became a liar, I've been underrated, overestimated. I made it really hard for you to love me. But there's so many things we could do, and all we need is escaping. So let's go back to how could come on the blackened afternoon. I see your eyes beating too. Let me bleed instead of you. So let's go back to how could come on the blackened afternoon. I see your eyes beating too. Let me bleed instead of you. Let me bleed, let me bleed. Let me bleed, let me bleed instead of you. So let's go back to how it could come on the blackened afternoon. I see your eyes beating too. Let me bleed instead of you. So let's go back to how it could come on the blackened afternoon. I see your eyes beating too. Let me bleed instead of you. Let me bleed, let me bleed. Let me bleed, let me bleed. Let me bleed, let me bleed.
CMRU.ca,
Back in the 90s,
Mount
grunge
Royal
was a church.
University's student-run radio station. 40 hosts, 40 shows, 7 days a week. Tune in to CMRU.ca to listen live anytime. CMRU, by students, for you.